on student retention and success on a college campus. To begin, we'll look at some background information surrounding this case, specifically the university demographics. What's not presented on this slide is the fact that the university recently completed a 10-year comprehensive self-study and evaluation. As a result of that 10-year study, stakeholders, such as the ones presented on the screen, decided that it was necessary for the university to take a second look at the way that they advise their students, which would also be a way of looking at how students gauge their success at the university. In addition to the Board of Regents, President, and Higher Administration, faculty, staff, and students can also be seen as stakeholders in this case, as well as local and state government officials. Being a state university, the economic growth of the university affects all. As university officials tried to implement this new change in advisement, they stumbled and hit roadblocks. As a result, they encountered a lot of resistance from faculty, staff, and students. So they made the decision to hire a third-party consultant. That's where we come in. We identified 3 major issues with the way that the university tried to implement this new holistic approach to advisement. We identified them as climate, culture, and leadership issues. At this time, let us break down these issues one at a time, beginning with climate. The university experienced heavy resistance from faculty, especially those who have seen this process of advisement as a quick, linear process. They feel that they were not provided proper training for the holistic advisement approach. For the second issue, culture, students felt that their input was not important. Faculty and staff only provided support for students instead of engaging with students. This was defeating the purpose of including students in the advisement process and causing frustration. And there were leadership issues. Faculty and staff were told simply just to implement this new way of doing things. Leadership did not ask for their input, nor did they acknowledge concerns from faculty or students. After reviewing the issues, we came up with the following recommendations. In regards to climate, reestablish a shared service climate which includes all members of the university and provide mandatory training for those members. In terms of culture, we recommended that leadership should revisit the mission, values, and strategies of the university and include all members of the university in that discussion, especially the students, those the university serves, as the goal was to ensure that students felt successful at the end of their academic year. And finally, with leadership, the top-down approach that was currently in place was not working. So we recommended that the leadership go back to an open climate where communication is free-flowing between administration, faculty, staff, and of course, the most valued students. It is our thought that these recommendations will lead to improved individual and organizational performance, which in turn improves retention and graduation rates, which then improves students' sense of success. These recommendations also will improve the economic success of the university, which can influence the local and state economic climate. Implementing the proposed recommendations will eventually produce a more holistic approach to the student advisement process, incorporating several campus resources in the students' process that can help identify problems before they start and give them added support as they feel needed. We feel that our recommendations will help identify potential roadblocks that may prove to be essential to retaining students. We also feel that it's important for the leadership of the university to continue to look at climate, culture, and leadership practices going forward. Following these recommendations, we are hopeful that this university will see higher retention rates. We also feel that students will be successful. Our goals are met, the future looks bright. Thank you.